Hey, what it do, sports? Welcome to the Real Untouchable podcast, man, with me, Ray Diggs. I got a great segment for you all. I want to talk about who is the real face of boxing after Ryan Garcia's upset win over Devin the Dream Haney. Hey, listen, before I get started, make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the share button, okay? And make sure y'all give me your feedback on what you all think about this segment. But listen, let's talk about the face of boxing right now. Everybody know, I think that a lot of the casual fans or a lot of the Canelo fans feel that he's the face of boxing. But I'm gonna explain to y'all why I feel like he's really not the face of boxing, just because he have a big fan base, and I think that's the problem with a lot of African American fighters because their fan base is not as strong as the Mexican fan base. Okay, so of course we know that the Mexican fan base is gonna support their boxer, win or lose, draw, don't matter. The one thing about the African American fan base is they're gonna jump off that ship once you lose. Okay, just look at the Devin Haney fight. Okay, Devin Haney loses, what they do? They bash the heck out of him. When Errol Spence lost, he was no longer considered great. But Canelo lose, and he can bounce right back because his fans are going to allow him to bounce back. Okay, so when we talk about the face of boxing, right now, the reason I feel like Tank Davis is the face of boxing right now because everybody want to tune in and watch him. Everybody want to tune in. He's a little guy. He's a little guy that gets into the ring and he pretty much dominates. He dominates. He knocks out people. And I think that's the reason why I feel like he's the face of boxing right now. Because he gets into the ring, he dominates his opponent, knocks him out, and everybody loves a knockout artist, especially a little guy like that. Tank Davis ain't nothing. He probably about 5'5", 5'6" being the max, 135 pounds. You see, so when you look at the face of boxing, Canelo, by all of the the important people, he's probably the face of boxing because, of course, he have the biggest fan base. But you have a lot of people. Ryan Garcia could easily be the face of boxing, if he continued to mount wins. Just say like if Ryan Garcia fights against Tank Davis and he beat Tank Davis. If he can beat Tank, Ryan Garcia will be the face of boxing. That's just my opinion. But in my opinion, also could be the face of boxing. A lot of people don't talk about it because he don't talk that much. Is the undisputed welterweight champion, the 147-pound undisputed champion, which is Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford I think he's the best pound for pound fighter in the world. Okay, that's just my opinion. And basically, his record shows that what he just did to Errol Spence Jr. pretty much stopping one of the best fighters in the world in his prime, pretty much dominating him. When you look at that, that is what I call the face of boxing. And Errol Spence pretty much fought everybody. Same thing with Terrence Bud Crawford. The reason I can't say that Canelo is the face of boxing is because he really hadn't fought everybody. He really hadn't fought everybody. So when you look at fighters like that, David Benavidez. Now let's just say Errol Spence. Let's just say Canelo fights against man, these dudes texting me. They got me discombobulated right now. Let's just say that Canelo fights against David Benavidez. And if he fights David Benavidez and he defeats David Benavidez. Now, if he defeats David Benavidez, this is a whole different ball game. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me move. Okay, let's just say that he fights against David Benavidez and he beats David Benavidez. It'll be unquestioned that he would be the face of boxing then. Like he would definitely be 100%. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. He will be the face of boxing. But a lot of people say that Canelo is the face of boxing right now. I think, just my opinion, I just think that Tank Davis right now is the face of boxing. It's either Tank Davis or Bud Crawford. Now, the reason why people would say that they're not is because of the numbers. Like, we can't go by pay-per-view buys because a lot of people just gonna scream it. You see, like, if I ain't gotta pay $49 or $99, you can scream it. That's what the regular fans gonna do. Now the diehard fans are gonna go and buy Canelo fights. That's why Canelo, he had 700, 800 buys, because his fans are loyal. They're gonna go there and they're gonna buy. It don't matter when he fight. Okay, Cinco de Mayo weekend. Watch and see what he does on Cinco de Mayo weekend. He's gonna most likely do 800 to 1 million, 800,000 to 1 million views. That's just the way it happens, because they got the loyal fans. Now, when you got the Terrence Bud Crawford fight, most of the casual is going, what they gonna do? They gonna scream it. What about Tank Davis? They gonna scream it. Now, if it was like it used to be, then you have to buy it. Then I honestly think that some of these fighters right here would probably put up bigger numbers than Canelo, because, like I said, Bud Crawford, what he did to Canelo, that was just a masterpiece. That was one of the most, that was one of the most dominating fights that I had ever seen. He put together a masterpiece. What Tank Davis did to Ryan Garcia, that was a masterpiece. Okay. And then Tank Davis is about to get back in the ring again on June the 15th against Frank Martin. That's gonna be another hell of a fight. Also, David Benavidez will be on that fight card. So you got David Benavidez fighting on that night. You got Tank Davis fighting on that night, and you got Frank Martin. You're not gonna tell me that right there is not the type of card, a fight card that could give at least 800,000 to 1 million views. And that's all I'm saying. So what do y'all think, man? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Who do y'all think right now is the face of boxing? I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, man, that's easy. Canelo is the face of boxing. Yes. And you might be right. I'm not going to argue with you. But my face of boxing is two guys, and that is Tank Davis and Terrence Bud Crawford. And it's not because they're undefeated. Well, yes, it is. Because when they fight, they dominate. These two is pretty much dominating their last, these two dominating their last 15, 20 opponents. You see, especially when it comes to Terrence Bud Crawford, he just basically put on a masterful performance against another unified champion, which was Errol Spence Jr. And when I watched, I just ain't seen Canelo. I watched Canelo against Floyd Mayweather. I watched him against Triple G, the first fight, in which I feel that he lost that fight. The judges just gave it to him, kind of like how they wanted to give Devin Haney the fight last night against Ryan Garcia. But like I said, if Ryan Garcia can string them together, let's just say that he fights against Teofimo Lopez next, and he defeats Teofimo. I think that he moves up to 147. He can 147. I'm not gonna say it's wide open, because you got Boots in there, and you still got Terrence Crawford in there. But I don't think Terrence Crawford will fight against Ryan Garcia. I don't think Bud Crawford will fight against him. Okay. I don't think Errol Spence will fight him. I don't know. Boots will fight him. Okay. And honestly, that could really be the fight that Boots needs. Let Ryan Garcia get his feet wet up there at 147, and then take him out there to deep waters and do what Tank Davis did to him. Drown him. Okay, because that's exactly what he did. And also, for y'all Ryan Garcia fans that's still crying about that stoppage that Tank Davis did to him, stop it. Nobody cares because he was dehydrated. Just like nobody cared that he was overhydrated last night. Nobody cared. You see, just like how y'all celebrating him winning last night, that's the same thing Tank Davis fans was doing when Tank Davis stopped and made him quit on a knee. It ain't got nothing to do with him being dehydrated. Because at the end of the day, he could easily say he didn't want to take the fight. That's all he had to do. But listen, man, hey, make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the share button. And hey, like I said, make sure y'all give me your feedback on what y'all think about this segment. Until next time, thank y'all again for watching the Real Untouchable podcast with me, Ray Dix. And make sure you all let me know what you all think. Who is right now is the face of boxing, and who is the up and comer, the face of boxing? Okay, is it Canelo? Canelo might be right now. Who is it? Is it Terrence Bud Crawford? Is it Tank Davis? Is it Ryan Garcia? Is it still Devin Haney? What about Teofimo Lopez? Who is the real face of boxing right now? But y'all let me know. Until next time, y'all have a great week. Make sure y'all be safe out there, man. Don't drink and drive. Make sure y'all watching both ways. You got to drive for yourself and other people, man, because there's a lot of things going on in this world. And make sure you all just continue to pray for families that losing people every single day. Hey, be great, dream big, stay humble, and make sure you all have a great, great week. Peace.